There we go. Hey YouTube, it's Unger to the Max here. And as you can tell, I am watching Nationals against the Cubs from Wrigley Field. That's one of my lifetime goals to get to a game at Wrigley Field. But anyway, it's the Nationals and Cubs. Kyle Hendricks pitching as he strikes out Adam Eaton. So, bye-bye. Swing and a miss. Now batting for Washington, it is Trey Turner. Averages .271 OPS. Starts off with a ball on the outside, ball one. So, as of right now, neither of these teams stand out as like the favorite to represent the National League in the World Series, really. Hang on, let me look up the standings. Here's the pitch. That's a strike, and it's 2-1. Let's see. Standings. Cubs' record is 66-48. They are leading the NL Central, followed by the Milwaukee Brewers at 66-52. They are 2 games back. Then the St. Louis Cardinals. Then the St. Louis. Sorry, the app crashed on me. So hang on 1 second. Okay, let's try this again. St. Louis is at 60-55. Trey Turner with a 1-out single. And then it's Pittsburgh and Cincinnati. Then in the NL East, it is Philadelphia leading the way at 64-50, followed by Atlanta at 62-50, and the opponent for Washington, or for Chicago, the Nationals, as Anthony Rendon steps in. The Nationals are in 3rd place in the NL East. Bit of a surprise. So, a bit of surprise that they're not leading the division. Then in the NL West, it's the Diamondbacks and Dodgers tied but the team with the best record in baseball resides in the AL East. The Boston Red Sox, 81-35. Their percentage is .698. Their last 10, they're 8-2 in their last 10, but they lost 1. And then in 2nd place are the Yankees, but they're 8 games back. Then the Indians are leading the AL Central by 11 games. And Houston leads Oakland in the AL West by 4.5 games. So there's your standings. And the pitch is way outside and it is 2-1. So these two teams actually met last year in the NLDS, which the Cubs eventually won in 5 games. However, they would go on to lose to the Dodgers in the NLCS, and then the Dodgers lost to the Astros in the 2017 World Series, in what was one of the best World Series I've ever seen. Okay, let's see. The 2017 World Series was Astros-Dodgers. 2016 World Series was Cubs-Indians. Oh, Astros won in 2017, Cubs won in 2016. 2015 World Series was Royals-Mets, and the Royals won that in 5. Cubs won in 7 in 2016, and the Astros won in 7 in 2017. So 2014, it was Giants-Royals, and the Giants won in 7. 2013, it was Red Sox-Cardinals, and the Red Sox won in 6. 2012, San Francisco, Detroit. The Giants swept the Tigers. The 2011 World Series, it was Texas, St. Louis, and St. Louis won it in 7. 2010 World Series, San Francisco, Texas. The Giants won it in 5 games. The 2009 World Series, Yankees and Phillies. Yankees won it in 6 games. 2008 World Series, Phillies and Rays. Phillies won it in 5 games. 2007 World Series was Red Sox and Rockies. Red Sox swept the Rockies. 2006 World Series, Cardinals and Tigers. I don't remember how many games it was, but I know the Cardinals won that. 2005 World Series, it was a sweep. White Sox swept the Astros. 2003 World Series, the Marlins played the Yankees, and the Marlins won that in 6 games. 2002 World Series was Angels and Giants, and the Angels won that in 7 games. And the 2001 World Series was Diamondbacks and Yankees, and the Diamondbacks won that in 7, thanks to the Luis Gonzalez walk-off single. And I believe the 2000 World Series was Yankees and Mets, and the Yankees won that in 5 games. And getting back to today's game between the Nationals and Cubs, I just wanted to go over the last World Series. So anyway, Rendon gets hit, and now Washington has runners on first and second with 1 out. And here comes the home run champion, Bryce Harper. Of course, the All-Star game this year was in Washington, D.C. But where's the MLB All-Star game next year? That's right, it's here in Cleveland. And I may have told you this before, may have said this on a video prior, but I don't like fireworks. So, 4th of July is my least favorite day of the year. And I have not been able to go to a Cleveland Indians game in, almost 2 years, I would say. However, I am going to try and I am going to an Indians game, an afternoon game. I'm not ready for a night game yet, but I will be going to an afternoon game, September 16th, in Tigers Indians. So, I'll be taking some video and posting it on here. Maybe not the day of, but I will. I will eventually. Anyway, so let me pull up the Harper pops it up, third base. Oh, what a catch to end the inning! Oh no, that doesn't end the inning. There's only 2 outs. My bad. Hang on. It's actually not Chris Bryant playing third base today because he's dealing with an injury. So,
yeah, you talk about late adjustment, beautiful play. Chris Bryant appreciated it.
Breaking news. The Phillies have acquired Justin Moore from the Marlins. Hang on. I'm looking up the MLB All-Star Game logo for next year to show it to you. Here we go. Sorry if you can't see it that well, but it's a guitar, and it says Cleveland All-Star Game 2019. So anyway, here's Hendricks. Here's the pitch, and it's low for ball 1. 1-1 the count. He's thrown 22 pitches this inning. Top of the first inning, runners on first and second. That looks like Yunel Escobar. So here's Hendricks. He's, I think, one of the few. He might be the only starting pitcher. No, John Lester is still with the Cubs. But Jake. Oh, that's Juan Soto, who I think is going to be Rookie of the Year. But Arrieta's with Philadelphia. Let's see. Lackey's not with the Cubs anymore. I think Hendricks and Lester might be the only starting pitchers left from the 2016 World Series team that won it all. Anyway, so here's the pitch from Hendricks to Soto. Soto, that's a base hit, and that'll score a run for Washington, and the Nationals take a 1-0 lead in the top of the first. So it's 1-0 Washington now. Hendricks has already thrown 24 pitches this inning. Oh, that pitch had caught way too much of the plate. So just reached out and smacked it into center field. That's really smart hitting by a hitter. Just take a pitch and send it right back where it came from into center field. That's the right thing to do. So now it's 1-0 Washington. Soto on first. And I believe that is first baseman Ryan Zimmerman coming to the plate. His average is about 2.53. Looks like he had about 7 home runs on the season. So here's some of the game. Zimmerman taking his swings. There's Harper. Zimmerman on the ground. Russell over to Rizzo. Inning over. But the Nationals take a 1-0 lead over the Cubs. And the Nationals have 2 hits. Cubs obviously have none because the Cubs have not come up to bat yet. It will be Jeremy Hellickson on the mound for Washington today. And when the game comes back, I will let you know his record in ERA. In case you didn't know, ERA stands for Earned Run Average. So, I don't know if I'll be doing like MLB live streams like this throughout the rest of the season and playoffs and possibly the World Series. We'll see. But I just wanted to do it just for fun today and see how you, the viewers, like it and see if it's something that you want me to keep doing, because I'm more than happy to. But let me know if it's something you don't want me to continue, and this will be a one-time thing. So, on a side note, the NBA schedule comes out today at 4 o'clock. So that is in about 2:37. Oh, about an hour, 20 minutes, I would say. So Cubs starting lineup now. So here's the Cubs starting lineup. Hang on. So the Cubs starting lineup looks like this. Batting first, leading off and playing first base, it's Anthony Rizzo. Batting second and playing second base, Javier Baez. Batting third and playing right field, Ben Zobrist. Batting fourth and playing center field, Jason Hayward. Batting fifth and playing third base, David Bote, or Boat, something like that. Batting sixth, the left fielder, Kyle Schwarber. Batting seventh, the catcher and an all-star starter, Wilson Contreras. Batting eighth, the pitcher, Kyle Hendricks. And batting ninth, the shortstop, Addison Russell.
The Southwest starting lineup, Anthony Rizzo. His next hit will be a
And that's your starting lineup for the Cubs. So now let's get back to... Okay, wait. Rewind. Play. Hang on. I'll get it right. DBR. Okay. Hellickson is 5-2 on the season. ERA of 3.56. He has 59 strikeouts on the season. And there you go. So now let's play some baseball. And I've already missed the first two pitches. Rizzo has a 3-0 count. Here's the pitch from Hellickson. And he walks Rizzo to lead off the ball game. Hellickson has a funky pitching delivery. Here's Javier Baez. And to show you what I mean, I'll have it on the game right now. As Javier Baez steps in. A key member of that 2016 World Series team that won it in 7 games against the Cleveland Indians. Although the Indians had a 3-1 lead, so watch Hellickson's delivery here. Sorry the TV's a little bit blurry, but here's Hellickson's delivery. It's funky. Whoops. Yeah. So Cleveland got a little bit of a taste of its own medicine in 2016. Because as we know, the Warriors were up 3-1 against the Cavaliers, but the Cavaliers came back and won the 2016 World Series championship, or won the NBA championship. And then the Indians were up 3-1 against the Cubs in the World Series, but the Cubs came back and won it. So it was a little bit of a taste of it. Cleveland got a little bit of a taste of its own medicine. So it's 2-0 on Javier Baez now, as Hellickson has thrown 6 pitches now, but has... Okay. Thanks. Anyway. Okay. So here's the pitch to Baez. Check swing. He did not swing. So it's 3-0. Interesting. Quick little UFC nugget. Kamaru Usman tagged as backup for Tyron Woodley Darren Till welterweight title fight at UFC 228. Ooh, Hellickson actually got a strike over. So, I think what that means for the backup is if, like, one of them were to fall out, I guess. So, if Woodley were to have to be pulled from the fight, I guess it would be an interim welterweight fight between Till and Usman. And if Till has to pull out, has to be removed from the card, I guess it would be Woodley against Usman. I don't know. Anyway, so 3-1 the count now on Javier Baez. Runner on first, that is Anthony Rizzo. God, I would love to go to a Cubs game at Wrigley Field. That is one of my dreams. That is like at the top of the bucket list. As well as going to a game at Fenway Park to see a Red Sox game. I did see a game at the old Yankee Stadium. It was way back in like 2008. It was the New York Yankees and Kansas City Royals. Mike Mussina was pitching for the Yankees. Brian Bannister was pitching for the Royals. Yankees were wearing their regular home white jerseys, The Royals were wearing, I believe, alternate blues. Derek, as Javier Baez strikes out. But Derek Jeter had like 4 singles. I believe Bobby Abreu hit a grand slam. And I think Alex Rodriguez had a solo home run. And the final score was like 15-6, Yankees. Unfortunately, I don't have the ticket anymore. So here's Ben Zobrist now with an average of .313, 8 home runs on the year, 44 RBIs. Zobrist won World Series MVP in 2016. He is one of the most versatile players because he's naturally a second baseman, but he's played right field. He's played, I think he's played a little bit of DH. Ooh, that's gonna be an interesting interleague matchup between the Cardinals and Royals. Matt Carpenter is on an absolute tear. I think he's got like 32 home runs on the season now. Something like that. So Rizzo on first, 1-0 to count. Hellickson has thrown 11 pitches in the inning. So here's Zobrist. And here's the pitch from Hellickson to Zobrist. And that looked like a curveball. And it's on the outside corner for strike. And it's 1-1. Yeah. The other stadiums I've been to Progressive Field many times. And like I said, I'll be going again on September 16th for the first time in almost 2 years. I went to a game at the old Yankee Stadium. And I've been to 2 games at Comerica Park in Detroit. One of them, the Tigers won, and the other one, the Tigers lost. One of them was over the summer back in 2012 between the Tigers and Cardinals in an interleague matchup, and the Cardinals won that game. I do not remember the score, but I definitely remember the score of the other one. It was like it wasn't opening day, but it was like the 3rd game of the season between the Tigers and Red Sox. I think, yeah, it was in might have been in the same year, actually. I don't remember. Yeah, I think it was. Zobrist fouled it off, but it was Tigers and Red Sox. It was the first game I've ever seen go into extra innings, and it was the first walk-off home run I've ever seen. Alex Avila hit the walk-off home run, and the Tigers won that game 13-12. Yeah, yes, you heard me correctly. 13-12, the Tigers won that game. So bottom of the first, wow. 1-0 Washington, 2-2 the count. And Hellickson the pitch. Zobrist hits it on the ground, hits it to first, but the runner makes it to second. That's Rizzo. But there are 2 outs now. 15 pitches thrown in the inning for Hellickson. There's Max Scherzer, who won the Cy Young last year. Might win NL Cy Young this year. I don't think so. I think it'll be like Jacob deGrom or something. But anyway, so Cubs and Nationals and Cubs. Nationals coming off a win yesterday against the Atlanta Braves. And I'm not sure about the Cubs. But I will check on that. Hayward. And that'll do it. So I wanted to do a first inning only live stream. So Hubview and Jaguars.